You set your alarm for 5 a.m., aiming for a morning run, but getting out of bed feels like walking through wet cement. This struggle usually stems from a biological scheduling error rather than a lack of discipline. Sitting deep inside your brain is a cluster of roughly 20,000 cells called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This master internal clock sends timing signals to every organ and tissue, configuring their metabolic machinery on a strict 24-hour rhythm. Your muscles operate differently at 7 a.m. than they do at 5 p.m. Look at this split-screen data from a 12-week trial published in Open Heart. It tracked sedentary adults doing identical daily treadmill walks. For the group exercising at times misaligned with their biological clock, systolic blood pressure dropped by 5.5 millimeters of mercury. For the group exercising in sync with their natural energy window, that drop nearly doubled. The timing affected behavior too. When researchers forced natural evening people into early morning routines, those evening types dropped out of the gym programs at nearly twice the rate of the morning risers. Ultimately, exhaustion is the enemy of consistency. Achieving long-term fitness requires you to treat your routine like an engineering problem, matching your physical output to the timing your body is already following. Matching your timing starts with understanding your chronotype, a genetically anchored continuum that dictates exactly when you naturally wake, sleep, and reach peak alertness. Finding your baseline involves a diagnostic tool like the Morningness-Eveningness questionnaire or the BioTime quiz, which maps your rhythm to specific animal categories. This 24-hour timeline plots the 4 primary chronotypes across a typical day. Lions are natural pre-dawn risers. Their core body temperature and cortisol surge early, giving them a physical performance peak between 6 and 9 a.m. Bears make up half the population, reaching their strongest energy window between mid-morning and early afternoon. Wolves reach their physiological prime much later, between 5 and 8 p.m. Finally, dolphins hit their productive stride right in the middle of the day. We see the physical reality of these timing windows in elite sports data. When researchers analyzed the swim times of Olympic finalists across 4 separate games, peak performance reliably occurred in the late afternoon. Identifying your baseline prevents you from demanding high gear from your cardiovascular and muscular systems when their local clock genes are functionally dormant. The animal categories give you a rough map, but your own schedule requires more precision. To find your exact 2-hour biological peak, you must audit your daily energy levels for 1 full week. Grab a piece of paper. For the next 7 days, write down an hourly energy score from 1 to 10 and a single word describing your current mood. Look for the undeniable cluster of 8s, 9s, and 10s that emerges by Sunday. That specific block of time is your body's prime window for exertion. This simple audit translates broad theory into a personalized, actionable daily target for your hardest efforts. Identify the 2-hour block within that peak window that offers you the most schedule flexibility. For the next 4 weeks, move at least 3 of your weekly workouts into those specific slots. Early rising lions must account for the higher injury risk associated with training on cold muscles. Enforce a 60 to 90-minute buffer after waking, and use a long dynamic warm-up before you begin a high-intensity session. Evening wolves face a specific threat to their deep sleep. High-intensity exercise elevates your heart rate and core temperature, so you need to maintain a strict 4-hour buffer between the end of a hard workout and the moment your head hits the pillow. Optimizing your physical routine requires you to hit your biological peak while respecting the body's transitions into and out of rest. During your 4-week trial, maintain a simple log with only 2 metrics: whether you completed the workout and your enjoyment level on a scale of 1 to 10. If your biological synchronization is working, you will see the dread of heading to the gym fade as your subjective enjoyment scores rise. If your sleep quality declines, or if you miss more than 30% of your sessions, your initial assessment was likely off. Recalibrate your approach by shifting your workouts to the next adjacent energy window on your log. Real-world obligations like meetings or childcare often clash with your ideal timing. If you must train at a suboptimal time, prioritize doing it at the exact same hour every single day to anchor your habit through consistency. Syncing your physical output with your DNA eliminates biological friction. Your workout stops feeling like a daily punishment and begins to feel like a natural reflex.